God's going to love you just the way that you are. You don't need all that.
2K Sports. With Coach Dan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Hawkins is out there with Sharp. Then there's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Cam Johnson. And it's Thomas in at the shooting guard position. And for the Celtics, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Now, here is Russell. 6 to shoot, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Second ball.
No iron, no sugar, no dairy, no artificial additives. Just what your body needs, including protein for digestion.
And so it's Boston with it.
Formulated, trusted since 1928. Jury-free to
Inside.
Give your body what it needs, so it gives back what you need.
Sharp again, Horford.
Ready to escape every day.
Back to White. Holiday left side.
Something new.
Takes a 3. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by White. Tatum's got his team on the board to start the game for the Celtics. Russell passes to Sharp. It's Hawkins on the wing, guarded by Tatum. Sharp again, Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Brown wide open, he's fired. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Well, this is what Brown was looking for. He just needed the ball, and then instantly his shot was up.
Hawkins kicks to Thomas. Thomas off the pick from Hawkins. Thomas passes to Hawkins. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Stolen by Tatum. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
Yeah, it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 9 points. Come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense. It's hard to get a win when that's the case.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
You guys. This game until you watch it. See? Just should be hanging out with him. This is saying.
这个你就想了一些，你想 say it is the lead.
You need to get a life.
his life is with his mom. He likes being around me. You raised me.
You need to find your own way. Get a life, son.
That moment now, see the numbers for Jaylen Brown. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 23 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I loved having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of the team.
Drops in the tray.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Pass to White. And here is Horford. Outside Tatum. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Hawkins kicks to Johnson. Hawkins with it. Sharp with it, guarded by Horford. Sharp, the pass to Hawkins, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Johnson gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Celtics leading by 7. Tatum a screen. Holiday goes in and stolen by Russell.
Serial killers coming on time with them.
Pass to Hawkins. Johnson in the corner. Johnson off the pick from Hawkins. It's Hawkins on the wing. It's hauled in by Brown. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Al Horford. Brown with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Tatum. Tries from 10, and off the front, and in it goes.
Yes.
Tatum's got 13.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Hawkins passes to Johnson. Hawkins is screen on Brown. Johnson kicks to Thomas. 4 on the shot clock. Over Tatum. Thomas's shot is off. Celtics leading by 9. Here's White. And the baseline jumper, no good. The Nets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. To the paint. And stolen by White. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And Brown throws it down hard.
And great awareness and defensive pressure from White to force that turnover and get them that fast break chance.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to talk to his guys.
Somebody started with the tricks in the way. Cherries. We need some punch and just so sprinkles. Can't forget this thing. It's talking about
Yes,
Williams is checked in for Hawkins. With this stoppage and play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Celtics second.
Well, their approach to shooting was phenomenal. They didn't force many threes, and when they got a good look, they drilled it.
Out to the English player.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 11-point game. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team. And it's sent back by Horford.
The veteran defensive instincts of Horford. He knew that shot was coming and gets there for the block.
Outside Holiday.
It's going to ask you. It's the last time you ask me.
To the middle. That's good from Horford on the assist by Holiday.
Yeah, they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Russell with it. Still yet to score. Pass to Johnson. Now, here's Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance effort, and it's good. 2 points.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Horford kicks to Brown. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
The first free throw is good. Well, we know, Greg, early on in the year, teams still trying to figure out their rotations.
And it takes time before you find the rhythm you're looking for. Coaches will mix and match units to see what works best, with the thought also of the postseason.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Brendan Watford comes in for Johnson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for D'Angelo Russell. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward. Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Like Jrue Holiday said, small and big. You have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure.
You get enrolled and stay enrolled. We want you to reach your goals. Use a to pay for college. You just have to apply.
That free throw, no good. GA, these Boston Celtics are on
Community College District. Visit SDCCDstart.com to get started.
Watch free national and local news on Prime Video.
questionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts.
They
They are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Hawkins checked in for the Nets. And he sinks the second.
the Kansas City Royals for Stone Hills.
This game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Warriors.
Battle lines will be drawn.
Pass to Brown.
Galaxy will be determined.
Down low.
Destiny by cheering on the
Here's Hauser. Gets an open look and hits. And the Celtics lead by 12.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Pritchard. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Here's Claxton, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
And that one misses. Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Johnson, he's checked in for Thomas. So he comes up empty, missing both. Celtics leading by 13. Pass to Cornet. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Melton. Tatum on the wing. To the inside. Lockett says.
We're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Johnson outside. Hawkins against Tatum. The Nets working the ball around now. Williams for three. And Tatum pulls it down. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
Here's Tatum. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Tatum's got 15 points.
Well, look, you're talking about one of the more dynamic scorers in this league. Jason Tatum putting on a show.
Now, here's Melton. Nothing on the board. Here's Johnson. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Considered one of the best players in the game right now, Tatum is hungry to win titles to add to his growing legacy.
Shoot two.
And the first one at the line is good.
And looking at Tatum's game, you know, he really doesn't have a weakness. He can give it to you in a variety of ways.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Melton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
Well, not really much you can do to stop him there. You want your players to go hard at the bucket like that.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Celtics out in front, leading by 17. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Get your damn thing out of your face. Understand that you can get me in
No God, no shit, no nothing. Fucking shit. No reference.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Hawkins. Johnson is out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Williams at the 3. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage better. And Kevin, that's a little taste of what can happen when the big guy takes it up strong.
Well, I guess he does have it in him then to get up off the ground when he needs to and rock it to the rim.
Well, we don't see him throw it down too often, but he's clearly got the size and ability to get up there.
Tatum against Hawkins. Inside. Pass to Pritchard. Melton with the steal. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 40 fouls in this game. Tatum taking it in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he
Get the fuck out the game.
Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And he makes the first. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Nets trail by 15. On the wing, Melton. Claxton finds Melton. 6 on the shot clock. No good. Shot missing. Boston leading by 15. Here's Pritchard.
Who the fuck? Everybody talk to me. Who the fuck? Everybody talk to me. I'm gonna fuck your star, yeah.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum.
But if you're a strategy, you don't got never fucking.
Screen by Claxton.
Oh, fuck this happened. This is going on the wrong fault. What the fuck?
Personal foul. First team foul.
And Brooklyn has possession. Trailing by 17. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
To the paint. Here's Shireman. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Celtics lead by 17.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Pass to Watford. Down low. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Yeah, but I ain't sorry, bitch. Nigga want to talk to you out on the day.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Yeah, look at that. Dude, guys. You know, I don't give a fuck who you are. We'll never date you, we'll never speak with you, we'll never fucking talk to you. You're fucking.
That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Tatum has the length and strength to do damage.
Oh, well, drop.
Boston grabs the miss. Moving on to the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups. The help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Now, here's Melton. He's guarded closely. To the inside. Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of it.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Pass to Melton. Paxton with it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. Brooklyn making some changes. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Johnson comes in for Trendon Watford. And Martin subbed in for Johnson.
Yes. No, but I'm going to take that scan for that. All in this. Do that.
Melton hits them both. And here is Tatum. 25 points in the game. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. The rebound by Sharp. That's trailed by 19.
I know what y'all saying. I think I'm talking to me, bitch.
To Johnson.
The niggas who talking to you, bitch.
And here's Melton, guarded by Holiday.
Bitch, I ain't doing no free thinking motherfuckers to
Johnson. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Holiday against Melton. Inside, here's Tatum. The rebound by Sharp.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Johnson outside. Pass to Melton. Martin against Brown. 5 on the clock. Now Johnson. Tries again. And the layup is good. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball like a charm.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. Experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. D.A., we thank you for that. Now Melton, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Over Holiday, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Melton's got 6. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Williams against Brown. To end the cold streak. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Hey, Jaylen Brown is a strong dude. He takes the hit and completes the play.
This will be his third shot of the game. Celtics making the switch here. Hauser's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Wilson, he's checked in for Williams. Thomas comes in for Martin. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for D'Anthony Melton. Free throw good from Brown. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys have come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Here's Horford following the bucket by the Nets. Outside White. Rebound Brooklyn. Russell feeling it out a bit. Outside Thomas. Pass to Sharp. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Brown outside. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Russell against Holiday. Johnson sets the screen for Russell. On the wing, Johnson. Outside Wilson. Holiday against Russell. Over Holiday. Horford with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now, here's Thomas. 11 points last game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
The line for the Nets, Cameron Johnson, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Celtics. And Johnson drops them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
To the middle. And White, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists tonight. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hard-working. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Outside Russell. The 3. Al Horford with the rebound. Boston leading by 17. Brown the pass to Horford. Back to Brown. Outside Holiday. Horford sets a screen for Holiday. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times. Easy bucket in the paint.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Thomas against White. Charity strike shot. Thomas' shot is off. White drives in. Brown outside. Over Thomas. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Boston with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome to this early season edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Before we analyze that first half, we get to check out the power rankings. Let's start with you, Shaq. The Tower of Power.
Wait, if he's the Tower of Power, what am I?
Take a shower, Power.
Kenny, when you do that, I can't help you. And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Brooklyn Nets.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
That's certainly what I do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
Here's Tatum. Tatum and Horford man the post position. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Nets trail by 19. Russell kicks to Hawkins. Thomas against White. Lets it go from 11. Here's Hawkins. Plays it up and banks it in. Hawkins has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nets. Here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Tatum. The 3. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Johnson outside. And here's Hawkins. Now Sharp guarded by Horford. Nets passing it around. Here's Hawkins. Misses off the left iron. Boston leading by 17. Outside Tatum. And he banks in the layup. Tatum's got 27.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Did you kids have fun today?
Outside Russell. Sharp with a screen on Howard.
Just be careful.
Outside Russell.
Over
Holiday. Russell no luck.
So you would come down and you always come down hella slow when I want the rebound.
And it's blocked by Hawkins. And stolen by Horford. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, look, you got to hit Tatum harder than that, or else he's just going to push right through the contact.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Gotta let me go to the onion back.
And that one falls for Tatum. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
And still capable of being a defensive anchor.
The last we made
Fulfill your destiny by cheering on the place during Star Wars weekend. Secure your tickets at Padres.com/Star Wars.
Block shot.
Celtics leading by 22. Outside White. Baseline try, and Tatum with the basket on the assist by White. White's got 4 assists now tonight.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
And stolen by Horford. It's 2-on-1. On up the court. Up again, and Tatum stays with it. Tatum's got 9 points here.
It was so good, it just goes out of nowhere. Like, they don't like trying to get a win, trying to get a dub. Y'all want to switch coach already?
Here's Hawkins. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Jason Tatum again. That's 36 points for Jason Tatum.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Inform your senses.
Now, take that booty, Floyd. Such a Floyd. I think it moves
here in the third. Russell finds Sharp to the paint. Here's Hawkins. Powered down after the assist.
Fucking
the lane.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Boston.
I'm gonna fuck you like Floyd.
Outside Tatum. It's White on the wing. Brown outside. Pass to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. And he cannot get one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, there's a high percentage look for Tatum. The defense did what it could.
The Celtics have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
He said he was wrong.
Keep that shit up. Eric.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Yeah, I think it's good. Trying to make sure you're clapping, nigga. It was real. Trying to clap.
And so Tatum nails them both. And so it's he'll bring it up for the Nets. Pass to Hawkins. On the wing, Johnson. Now Hawkins. Back to Johnson from past the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. White against Thomas. White the pass to Horford. Outside Holiday. The Celtics working the ball around now. Clock at 6. A nice shot by Tatum.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Stab me.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Now here's White after the miss from Hawkins. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Pritchard, he's checked in for White.
Number 11.
That's right.
And the Nets with possession here. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Here's Russell. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Here's Pritchard after the made shot from Hawkins. To the middle. Pritchard passes to Horford. Rejected by Hawkins. And he recovers it. And he gets it back. Brown outside. On the wing Brown. There's the triple.
Hey, baby.
It's hauled in by Hawkins.
I'm not your goddamn baby.
Hawkins
Run up to your damn daddy. Do that shit.
Thomas passes to Hawkins. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Hawkins has got 23 points.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not
He's your goddamn daddy, girl. Don't do that.
They need to find some other contributors.
Tatum with it. Outguarded by Hawkins. He gets it in there.
Well, his offense is
man, y'all not making a nigga want to play with him. Tatum put his face on him.
He's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now, here's Sharp. Looks for Thomas. Gets it to him. Kicks it out to Hawkins.
They told me that you want
So it looks
shoes
like
for
the
them,
Nets will
buddy.
retain possession here. Some changes for Brooklyn. Williams comes in for Johnson. And it's the Anthony Melton in for D'Angelo Russell. Thomas gets a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Thomas got 7 points.
Well, you love a quick 3 points off the inbound. That's about as good as he gets from out of bounds.
What is going on?
Tatum passes to Hauser.
Sorry, bro. I mean, they're gonna go out, man. Nigga good. Nigga good. This nigga's real life.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Shireman's got a second bucket tonight.
Money, nigga. It's cheddar. Look at the mother loving cheddar.
Well, you know, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 7. Yep, that one goes. 25 points for the dude.
Cameron Thomas.
Boston's going to less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Tatum with a screen on Melton. Pass to Tatum. Fires the 3. Doesn't go for it. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Thomas kicks to Hawkins. In the corner, it's Melton. Melton off the pick from Hawkins. Melton passes to
Like,
Hawkins.
nigga, you should have just.
Tatum with it. Williams picks him up.
What the fuck, bro?
And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum's got energy and stamina.
You worry about trying to do stupid things, nigga. I'll give you a nice screen to actually shoot the 3. You don't even shoot it.
Gets out on the break.
Outside Williams. On the wing, Williams.
Go. Go.
It's Hawkins on the wing. Back to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Hawkins. 3-pointer. Jason Tatum grabs the ball.
One made 3.
I didn't think about playing an off-screen ball.
Focus closer in. Let's just.
Yeah, you give me a screen, nigga. You don't take it.
Not shy about firing away.
Pass to Sharp.
You two are terrible.
Sharp off the pick from Hawkins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Jason Tatum. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3-ball for these guys.
That free throw, no good. Brendan Watford's checked in for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Thomas. And the second free throw, good. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
and their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Tatum drives in. Can't cash in from close range. The net shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Watford, that's good.
Great find. Leading his teammates right to the bucket.
No.
Here's Pritchard.
No.
So the Celtics call
He said
timeout there first.
he was talking to someone. Oh, where is it? Over here. Spend it. I think this is a perfect opportunity to make them work it off. Please, look, this is a golden opportunity to teach you guys a lesson. Okay? You ever want to keep people money? I'm going to show you how to be for your money. Get happy in that kitchen. I guess I'm not the easiest person to please. I like things just right. That's why I love Redfin. They show me homes that are perfect for me. Not too big, not too small. Yeah. It's like they know me. I mean, the Bears love having me here. We like family. It sucks, but it's time for me to spread my wings and find a place
Celtics making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets.
Ready to escape me every day. Discover something new. Fall in love. To profit from the countless lineup of original movies and series. Day 2. Just play together as soon as I can.
56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Miller. And another miss by Boston. Brooklyn's on 1 4-3-point shots here in the third. Claxton. Claxton on the follow. Claxton's got 7 points in the game.
Gorgeous. On the board.
And you only have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by.
You think of everything.
Here's Pritchard.
That's my 4.
Rebound
Don't
by the
miss
Nets.
box.
Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Next up, Astro Brown.
I'm going to look forward to this. Williams has got his second basket.
That's great execution. They take advantage of a high percentage look.
Here's Tatum. And again.
My goodness. 50 for the Yanks.
Yes, he is putting on a show. Here's Melton. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Jason Tatum has been the story so far for Boston. Why even bring it inside when you've got him on the perimeter? After that quarter, his three-point total stands at 6. Right back after this break.
Aren't you a strong man? Why does every man run away from me?
She's on the thing.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going, we've got Williams. Watford out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Johnson in at the 2 spot. Now, here's Melton. Inside, Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Hauser. They set the pick. And there's the try. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
See that? I see what's so much. Which one was it? Danny.
He misses the free throw.
That's just creepy. No, this Danny is you. So you're sleeping with the Danny?
Good on the second free throw. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets.
Danny is sleeping with this guy's ball.
Here's the teardrop. Got a hand on it. Here's Shireman. Covered by Johnson. Pass to Pritchard. Floats one. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Williams can't hit.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Down low. Pritchard hits the bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Boston. Melton kicks to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point land. That shot, no good. The Celtics shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smooth.
They're never fast.
Here's Pritchard. Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired
that's what we all portray. I don't give a fuck. The day I die, bitch, you still gonna fucking pay the who? Same Lucifer? That's no matter. Yeah, bitch, that's how I got him,
I
nigga.
think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do.
And they don't give a fuck. That's how I got it, nigga. Now you have to go.
Retired players, they should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation
fucking weirdo.
that those former players built.
Fucking.
Let me see that.
I know.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. To the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slip feed.
Pitch me in the face, nigga. Please, nigga, it's hard too many fucking times. Nigga, ain't nothing.
Well, it's not going to get any easier.
30 fucking million fucking time zone, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Ain't none of you niggas. This is the only time zone you trying to think you know about a fucking.
Here's Melton. Williams for 3. Hits it from 3-point
All the
range.
time you motherfuckers think you will
Williams has
believe in
got
that.
6 here in this quarter.
Shout out, man.
Taking off that slow start.
It was saying Lucio makes you out now, truth, nigga. Yeah. That's all I'm here saying, Lucio. That's all I'm here saying, nigga. How the motherfuckers can be smart time talking to me. That's face.
Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night.
I don't give a fuck who's your guy, bitch.
The team is
You can say, I did to your guy, nigga. You gonna say, I never know, I got beat up. And you go,
subject to video review. You a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review. I would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
The man that came here either. He was scary looking.
Describe this dude.
Making a switch here.
He's
checked in. And the Nets also making a change.
You think you're going to slice it?
Checked in.
That's it. I know some stuff you
Really big muscles.
just to do it from quick.
And both free throws good for Williams. Celtics leading by 22. Here's Wall. Pass to Pritchard. Going inside. With the rebound. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Melton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw.
Danny, I believe you better leave this weekend.
Since the break.
You don't think he's serious? Yeah. Crazy nowadays. You know what? I had this friend, his name was Jesse. Jesse killed a man just for looking at his wife.
Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team.
That's where when her daughter belongs to the little big sluts, basically out down there and for a motherfucking line, basically out there for this. You get it to come down and die to basically out there. You don't want to
getting the right kind of veteran, right? With the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
Here's Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Here's Cornette, defended by Sharp, and Cornette gets it to go.
Great job of screening. Very nice job. Take it to the rim.
Inside, Johnson, and Johnson with the stop.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish. The
most basic possible. Here's
Pritchard with the drive, and he uses the glass on the lane. Pritchard's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall
she,
apart.
If she didn't divorce, I think she didn't go wrong. She divorced her figured out for months.
Johnson outside. Thomas outside. That's in, coming off the assist for Johnson.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Got her.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Shireman. He's
called a broke.
Here's Pritchard. It's good from long range.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's
because she did.
The second half is a great time to do it.
Outside Russell. Now here's Thomas.
You come around here and you fucking.
And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks and trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us coaches, maybe even more than GMs,
Kill Kobe Bryant, took your kid's father just for
you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road in the NBA.
They should never be the Lakers.
And we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. Outside for Thomas. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Thomas got 9 points here in the second half.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Hey Siri, when did Kobe Bryant retire? Hey Siri, how long LeBron been on the Lakers? Stink ass now, I got this for this weekend. And I got 2 grand kids in it.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And the Nets also making a change. Hawkins checked in for DeAnthony Melton.
That's like saying, Lil, I want to shoot shit like, oh, but turn around.
It's good. The best is now 5 for 9.
Terrific finish there for
Brown.
He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
And come Ryan down, nigga, I was first on the
Russell dishes to Johnson. Johnson off the pick from Hawkins. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest teams against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
And Holiday kicks to Brown. Back to Holiday.
Hit the nigga.
Wants to get it to Tatum and does. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, from the moment he entered the league, Tatum showed so many different moves.
Yeah, I did. I understand.
And he can't get the first one.
Why's it that cigarette nigga doesn't get the fire that we get I think you get sick. When do I ever call you for a fucking yeah. I didn't even use nigga.
And he's good on the second.
I didn't even use nigga. How did you know so you just not for your now.
Trail by 19. Hawkins passes to Johnson. And here's Hawkins, guarded by Tatum. Outside, Russell. Hawkins, a screen on Howard. Down low. Hawkins shot good. 27 points for the dude.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Exactly. See, they need
Horford dishes to White. Over Thomas. Off the left rim and out.
See,
Brooklyn's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. It's Hawkins on the wing, guarded by Tatum. Hawkins kicks to Russell.
Nigga T-Lo, love the weak smoke.
Fires from the line. Here's Sharp, who's back up, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
See that?
Team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Day'Ron Sharp, taking 2 shots.
Shut up.
The free throw drops for Sharp.
Situation.
Space for that situation.
And Sharp drops them both. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. That 3 off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
To the middle, here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
And although an undersized center, been making up for it with some serious hops.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Outside Tatum. Horford with the screen on Hawkins. Tatum gets to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks the triple. And the Celtics lead by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jason Tatum.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Well, Thomas, after Jason Tatum missed on that last 3-pointer, misses the wing chair.
Big margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Tatum's got 53.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead, it was comfortable. They were not going to lose.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy.
Fucking bullshit.
They wait. Please don't.
You're not over. Plenty of time left.
He's not going to touch him. Yeah, we will defend Danny. He's a great guy that are secretly in love with, but I haven't had the pleasure of getting him drunk and seducing yet. So you know what? Harming him would be harming a dream that I've had for a very long time now. So you better back off, Mr. Big Tattoo. He's been sweating man that's trying me on. You're not helping. Sorry. You tell me you're gonna take me to dinner? I was never in your crib. You do? Yes. I'm talking about Danny. I am Danny. He's Danny. Me? That's Danny. Danny, I saw you with security cameras outside my crib. John? You're talking about. Sam, did you tell his wife your name was Danny? Again? Oh, he's all yours. Take it inside. Choo-choo, see you later.
Hey, Drew. Thanks for screaming. Thanks, Dan, for running. Thanks, Linda. Closing your eyes. Floyd, hey, thanks for not doing a damn thing. Stay safe. Baby Sammy, thanks for getting them off me. All I do was it around. You know, Sam, it's not right here. This is Tanya. It's her. Isn't it? Yes. That's just all.
Tough game tonight.
It's not
Till next time.
It's for all of this. Ain't nothing for that. This is That's her picture? Yeah. It's in the play. Hello? This is Danny. Yeah. Call me back to you. This time, come down to the base. Yeah, this Danny.
Metal lines living wrong. The force of wickedness in the fate of that galaxy will be determined. Fulfilled your destiny like she revealed upon race during Star Wars. Secure your tickets at fundraise.com/Star Wars.
Ready to escape the everyday, discover something new, fallen. To apply for a canvas lineup of original movies and series.
Oh, hectic.
It's alright. Choose your path to ecstasy. Invoke your senses.
Sing around to find his back, and it's
Now, NBA players are some of the most fashion-forward celebs around.
Here we come. Busting us and we'll be like 100.
How do you source your clothes?
It's a voyage of discovery. What's at the core of all these things that only humans do? For that, we have to
Are these sorts for I do know.
Well, I do my own shopping if that's what you're asking. You know what I mean? A lot of it's online. You know, once I've worn a brand and I know my size, then that makes it easier. Otherwise, you know, I try to hit up a boutique whenever I have a day off on the road or something like that.
Yeah. Do you have a style philosophy you follow when you're getting dressed?
Yeah, you know, I try not to go overboard. You know, once you have one or two statement pieces, I try to keep it right there, like one or two statement pieces, and then keep it simple otherwise, you know. I'll give you an example. Something like a nice, bright, online ceramic dead tee with some clean white sneakers or some fly new kicks with a black boxer t-shirt, you know?
Yes. If that's what you want to take care of it. What are you talking about? This will make you make me get up early in the morning, stand in the middle of the kitchen while you call me every name in the book. Why are you laughing? When I'm taking myself and stuff I used to saw you. Well, it wasn't funny to me. It really hurt. But did you work? No, it didn't. All those kids still call me on birthday.
Okay, spank ass.
I just turned the deal. I got thick skin. Exactly. If I hadn't called you every name in the book, you'd have still been sensitive right now. You know what word I already told you. That shit will hit something. Yes, you are. And don't forget. Danny, I need to make sure he's all right. It is not getting any better.
Fuck your hoes. I want her to move my son. I want her to try to understand. And if she can't do it, I'm a bird for her. Nigga, I'm not lying, so I'll really do my thing. You know, I'm talking shit, I'm just an extra. Shut my fucking around, I don't know. Shut my motherfucking go. Nigga, if you don't fucking do shit, you got to fucking shit. If you cannot learn, I'm telling you, and take this shit. There's no blizzards indoors. Big ass eyes shine, and if they're fucking on the floor, you're got a mask. That's in this best of it. Where's my whole shit and let you out and leak out, bitch. And do it, fuck, better the best of it. Coming out in the room, looking at my face. Fucking with big stuff, it's not tough. You're coming in the face. Please don't tell me, guys, because you know he don't like it. I'm going to say fine. Say it. What? You going on to me? What time? And neither are you. You're not going to wait.